Jamaica's all-female shooting team gets spectrum boost for Pan Am Shams. Jamaica's all-female elite shooting team, Super 6, have secured a sponsorship deal with leading roofing company Spectrum Systems for their participation in the upcoming Pan Am Handgun Championships. The sponsorship deal, which the company said runs into millions of dollars, will see Spectrum Systems covering the cost for airfare, accommodation and match ammunition for 5 team members to the championships scheduled for Florida in the United States from September 14 to 21 this year. One team member is unavailable due to personal reasons, a news release by the company stated. The sponsorship is another first for the history-making female shooters, as it is the first time a shooting team leaving Jamaica to a major tournament has been sponsored, stated the release, adding that it is also the first time Jamaica will be represented at a major shooting tournament by more than one woman. Spectrum Systems, Jamaica's #1 roofing company, is pleased to sponsor Jamaica's #1 shooting team. We wish them all the best as they represent us at the championships. Spectrum will ensure they have all they need ahead of and during the championships, said Andrew Stanager, Chief Executive Officer of Spectrum Systems. Meanwhile, Chairman of Super 6, Robin Richke, who with the group's marketing and public relations director Steve Brown and the entire team were present at the announcement on Thursday, is beaming with happiness as the deal has helped clear a difficult hurdle. Words cannot express how grateful the Super 6 family are to Spectrum Systems. This sponsorship has placed us in a position where the dreams of these ladies can be achieved, and I am confident they will make Jamaica proud, said Richke. According to Richke, it was obvious from day one that the ladies have the potential to do well in the sport. The growth and impact, Richke said, have raised eyebrows and restated the importance of women in any field. This support from Spectrum Systems will send the performance of these ladies to the roof of the sport in short order. In just a few months, they have become the face of the sport and are attaining scores that keep going up, said Richke. Team leader Detective Corporal Sasha Mullings, in expressing thanks on behalf of her team members, said this was the best news so far for the rising shooting stars she leads. We are thankful to Spectrum Systems, the Jamaica Rifle Association, our coach Anthony T.J. Johnson and our management team for believing in us. We are super elated by this sponsorship, and although it is a different environment, we are ready for any challenge, she said. Tivoli'S Jack of all trades is a woman soldier, teacher, dental hygienist, nurse Patricia K. Summon motivates neighbors. Her neighbors live next door to a soldier, teacher, dental hygienist and licensed practical nurse. 31-year-old Patricia K. Summon is like a tree with many branches. Whether Summon's neighbors in Tivoli Gardens, Kingston, want to know if a cavity has invaded their mouths, learn to do a breaststroke, or wish to remind their children that ghetto youths can excel too, they need to step past her gate. The girl can do everything. She a all-big swimmer. The girl is a jack of all trades, a man who lives across from Summon's house on Chang Avenue boasted last week. Summon, a member of the Jamaica Defense Force National Reserve, told the Jamaica Observer that her commitment to balancing multiple professions stemmed from a desire to be an independent woman in the inner city. I'm a dental hygienist, a reservist, a licensed practical nurse and a part-time swimming instructor. Did I always have an interest in my careers? Nope, not one. I think it's very important for me as a woman from the inner city to be independent and not just be a stereotype. As a result, this gives a sense of purpose, sense of life satisfaction and learning to care for self financially, emotionally, mentally and physically, by helping to promote a sense of belonging, Summon said. Being competent in many endeavors surprises the people around you who thought you would never be good enough. Why? Because their children want to be like you. Summon said there have been instances when people from the community tell her they want her to come to their house and clean their teeth. And I have done quite a lot, in office and at community health fairs. Even while completing my competencies at dental school, she related. But which profession does she love more? Being a swimming instructor is more dear to my heart, even though it's stressful. It is a rewarding experience and one which sticks with some people for the rest of their lives. Why, race, color, class and creed are all gone through the window when they are all in one space and having one thing in common: learning how to swim, someone explained. She added, jokingly, that she had to develop a liking for school or face her mother, Marva Brown, who would tolerate nothing less. I was raised by a strict mother in an extended family in the inner city of Tivoli Gardens. It was always school, bookwork, sports, she recalled. As a child growing up, we were a very athletic family who represented Jamaica in football, nationally and internationally, with the likes of my sister Peter Gay Summon, and my first cousin, Luton Shelton Jr. On the other hand, I was very much interested in swimming and track and field. I represented the Outspeedos for about 8 years, being one of the best breaststrokers and backstrokers during my years, she continued. Brown's pride was obvious as she showed the Sunday Observer many pictures of her daughter dressed in her JDF uniform. I'm a very proud mom. Being a mother and a single parent, I'm so proud. She's been excelling since high school, Brown said. Being from Tivoli, we never stigmatized our community. I know others have done it, but this is what we have to do in order to uplift the community. One day they need to honor all the inner city youths, both males and females, who succeed through these rough and hard times growing up, Brown told the Sunday Observer. Summon's education began at Trafalgar Christian Preparatory. Afterwards, she attended St. Hugh's High School where she tackled long-distance running, as she had already been introduced to swimming and had been training with elite swimmers. In 2010, she won the Hugo Chambers 10K trophy, unattached in the under-21 category. I hated school so much, I did everything to stop going to school. I spray-painted my name on the wall where I used to have lunch in high school. I thought it was enough to cause me not to attend high school anymore. I was so well known, when the principal called my name on the intercom and noticed it was me, she told me to get paint and paint it out. I stopped performing academically because I wanted to stay home, Summon confessed. But her mother showed her who was in charge. My mother gave me a beating one day after seeing my grade 9 report. That's when I decided I wanted to go to dental school, and that's where it all started. Me settling down and doing some work. I then went to Excelsior High School for 2 years, then practical nursing school, having a total of 9 CXC Caribbean Examination Council subjects including a Level 2 City and Guilds in Healthcare. Summon then matriculated to the College of Oral Health Sciences at the University of Technology, Jamaica UTech in 2014, where she pursued a Bachelor of Science in Dental Sciences and was successful. After graduating from UTech, she joined the JDF as a reserve. Seeing my mother as a single parent trying to always make ends meet inspired those career paths. Knowing how my father and a sister of his used to say I will never be anything of good standards, and that all I'm trying is a waste of time, those words pushed me to do better than their children and do better than them, to do and be whatever I wanted to be, Summon told her. But even with that drive to prove those people wrong, she often struggled with self-doubt. So much so that when she made the decision to join the JDF, she didn't think of it as a sure shot. Rather, it was a test trial. I used to doubt myself so much, I never thought I would be able to achieve whatever it is that I try to accomplish. A few people I knew who were, and are still members of the JDF and are also in the dental field, they used to ask me if I would join the force after college because they are short on dentists, and say that they think I would be much of an asset there and I would still be able to practice, Summon related. That self-doubt, she shared, tormented her during university. The issues that affected me were failures during college. I just felt like I wasn't going to make it to graduation. I saw all my friends graduating by 2016 and there I was, just failing. I just wanted to flunk because I was just tired of failing the same thing over and over. Then I remembered I am from the inner city, I have to pay back the Students' Loan Bureau and I wanted to get my degree like my friends. So I ended up overcoming them by not giving up, she said. Summon was working with Chief Dental Officer Dr. Irving Mackenzie when she completed her studies at UTech, and was planning and organizing then executing community health fairs island-wide consistently. She noted that she didn't want to stop helping to create brighter smiles in the civil world, and was told that joining the Jamaica National Reserve would be the perfect selection. My plan going forward is to not lose myself in the moments, maintain good mental health, and make time for self, family and friends, she said. My advice to youngsters who are living in the inner city communities is, if not now, when? Do not limit yourself. Keep trying and trying again.